Hey guys, how you doing? It's Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free MLB baseball previews and predictions today for Monday. It is May 5th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your Cinco de Mayo. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. All right, let's kick it off with the Marlins taking on the LA Dodgers. Now, the Dodgers off that loss last night to the Braves. 4-3 was the final. Today, Ben Casparrias going up against Sandy Alcantara of the Miami Marlins. Now, Alcantara is on the season 2-3, at 8.31 ERA, while Casparrias 3-0, a 2.91 ERA. And anytime you get a team that has a 60 or higher win percentage versus a team below 500, and they're coming off a loss, they are 13-5 straight up in the next game. Give me the Dodgers over the Marlins today. First pitch is scheduled for 6:40 Eastern. Let's head on over to Washington, where the Nationals taking on the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians taking 2-3 from the Blue Jays over the weekend. They're sending Luis Leandro Ortiz to the hill today against Jake Irvin. Irvin 2-1 on the season, a 4.01 ERA, while Ortiz is 2-3, an 8.31 ERA. Now, both these teams on a two-game win streak, and we do like the on the computer pick, we do like the Guardians to win this one, 4.6 to 4.3, the over-under at 9. However, I think the over is where you want to cash that ticket. This total opened up at 8.5. It's now bet up to over, so money chasing the over in the game between the Cleveland Guardians and the Washington Nationals. In the Bronx, the New York Yankees taking on the San Diego Padres. And for the Padres, Nick Pivetta going to toe the rubber here with a 5-1 record on the season, and he has an ERA of 1.78. He's up against the lefty Carlos Rodon of the New York Yankees, who 4-3, a 3.43 ERA on the campaign. Minus 155 is your price tag, 7.5 is your total, and we do like the Bronx in this one. Let's go with the Yankees, 4.1 to 4.07, the over-under listed at here at 8.22, so we do like this game to go over the total. And when I look at the San Diego Padres, they're on a 5-game win streak, and anytime you got a team that has a 60 or higher win percentage, taking on a team with a 50 to 59.9 win percentage, so the B-type teams in the Raymond Report, and they're coming off a win. They're only 3-9 in the next game. Give me the Yankees over the Padres. Atlanta Braves taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Now, the Reds losing yesterday to the Nationals, while the Braves winning on the ESPN Sunday Night Game of the Week. A.J. Smith-Sawyer up against Brady Singer of the Reds. Now, Brady Singer having a good year right now. 4-1, a 3.24 ERA against Sawyer, who's 1-2, a 4.26 ERA. I'm going to lean with the Reds here. I'm going to take the dog money, the team that's on a 2-game losing streak, and we'll see if a little momentum, to go into this one off that loss yesterday, because momentum, they're 6-4 last 10, but anytime you got a team like the Braves off a big win over the Dodgers on Sunday night, maybe a little letdown factor here today for the Atlanta Braves. All right, we've got a great one here at Wrigley tonight. Chicago Cubs taking on the San Francisco Giants. For the Giants, they're going to send the Landon Roop to the hill against Matthew Boyd. Roop 2-2 on the year, a 5.10 ERA, while Matthew Boyd is also 2-2, but a 2.70 ERA. So ERA is a little bit better here for the Chicago Cubs starter. And anytime you got a team with a 60 or higher win percentage versus another team with a 60 or higher win percentage, and that home team's coming off a loss, they're 4-0 in the next game. Give me the Cubs over the Giants. Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Houston Astros. The Brewers winning yesterday, but losing 2-3 to the Cubbies over the weekend, are going to send Tobias Myers to the hill today against Ronel Blanco. Now, Blanco not having a great year. In fact, he has an ERA of 5.08, 2-2 on the year, while Tobias Myers has yet to get a win. But here's the good news. He's yet to get a loss also. He's 0-0 on the year, a 5.14 ERA. And I'm going to lean with the I'm going to take the Houston Astros in this one. I'm going to chase the dog money today, and I'm going to go Houston over Milwaukee. And as the Hawk would say, you can put it on the board. All right, Kansas City taking on the Chicago White Sox. Speaking of the Hawk, there's the White Sox right there. And their last 3 games have gone over the total. They're off a 5-4 win over the Stros yesterday, while the Royals pounded the Baltimore Orioles. 11-6 was your final. They're on a 2-game win streak right now. And for Kansas City, they're sending Cole Reagans to the hill. The lefty is 1-1, a 4.40 ERA, while Shane Smith having a pretty good season with a bad team, 1-1, a 2.23 ERA. And I'm going to lean with, I'm going to go with the under in this one at Kauffman Stadium today. Give me the under 8, and let's see if we can cash that ticket. St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates off that 4-0 loss yesterday to the San Diego Padres. They're on a 4-game slide right now, while the Cardinals on a 2-game high. Their last 4 games have gone over the total. Miles Malcolm going up against Carmen Ladinsky for the Bucks. And looking at their records on the season, You can see that. Here we go. And Carmen Malinsky is 1-3, a 6.58 ERA, while Zmokalis is 1-2, 4.66 ERA. And I'm going to lean towards the under in this one. In fact, the last 10 head-to-head meetings between the Bucks and the Cards, the under has cashed 70% of the tickets. So give me the under today between St. Louis and the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, another good one tonight at Chase Field. The D-backs off that 11-9 win in extra innings yesterday against the Phillies. They're now 4-6 last 10 against the Mets, who are on a 2-game losing streak. They're 4-6 last 10, but 22-13 on the year. And they're going to send to the hill today Griffin Canning with his 4-1 record, a 2.61 ERA against Ryan Nelson, who's 1-0, 5.82 ERA. I'm going to go with the Mets in this one. They're 8-2 at Chase Field last 10 games. Give me the Mets over the D-backs tonight, and let's see what happens. And your final game of the evening, Oakland taking on the Seattle Mariners. Mariners, you know what? Didn't really expect them to be this good, 20-13 on the year, while the Athletics, respectable at 19-16. Today they're sending Luis Severino against Bryce Miller. Give me the A's tonight over the Seattle Mariners. Sometimes, when you look at the numbers, they don't, they don't click, they don't connect. But you get this feeling, and Oakland 7-3 last 10 against the Seattle team on the road, who's 8-2 last 10, off an 8-1 loss yesterday to Jacob deGrom and the Texas Rangers. I like this spot here for Severino, who's 1-3, a 3.30 ERA though. So let's see if we can cash that ticket today. All right, so give me the A's over the Mariners. All right, guys, let's check out the SBI Sports Betting Index to see what the markets are telling us today for Monday, Cinco de Mayo Day, May 5th. And the underdogs had a big day yesterday. The underdogs went, I believe, was 10-6, 12-4 on the run line, and the over went 11-5. 7-day average, favorites only winning 53.6% of the game, so very neutral when it comes to betting favorites in Major League Baseball. Normally it's 60% on the year, right? So, hey, we're in the dog market right now, and when you look at the over-unders, pretty balanced. 52.4% of the games have gone over, 47.6 have gone under. Let's take a look at the 80% club stats, see if we can get you some nice stats and trends before we close it off here. And looking at some of these stats and trends, the over is 10-1 for the Giants as a road team, as a road underdog this season. They're at Wrigley tonight. And Dodgers 13-2 on a Monday, so they like playing on Mondays. The D-backs are 9-2, coming off a game where they allowed 9 runs against the last 4 seasons. They're playing the Mets, but I like the Mets there. And your last one of the day, let's go to the Mets. 8-2 as a road team, coming off a loss this season, and that's good for 80%. All right, there you have it. That is your 80% club stats, courtesy of the Raymond Report. And don't forget, folks, you can get a free 1-week membership at the website, atsstats.com. All you got to do, click the link in the description, take you to the website, fill out the form. I'll hook you up with a 7-day pass, courtesy of atsstats.com. Have yourself a great Monday. We'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report.